What's good, everybody? I hope you all are doing well and staying safe. I'm gonna go ahead and get into this in a moment here. Let me just do this. I forgot to do that. Alright. Alright, so first thing we're starting on today is this soul count here. It's the first thing we're starting on today. Timer. Oh, I'm not even in the right panel. If you're around for my lurking stream, you already know I had some seizures, and today's gonna be a day. But I need to get some work done regardless. I think we can just go into game load. Maybe we can just go through here and do it. Okay, so in here, we'll just try something really easy. And we'll put a read file in here for the, for all the stats. I think that might be our most simplistic way to handle this. Something like that. Where do I want to place you? I think right here. Oh, no. We know this is something. Let me see here. Deactivate. Okay, so we have it activated the whole time. Pause equals false gear. Okay, so if we're loading in these, then the player should be visible as well. So we can loop them in down here, yeah. And hopefully this should work. A nice easy way to do it. One of these might be a... None of these are any of these globals? No, they aren't. Do we have anything that needs that? Am I missing anything? No. Let's see how that works. Oh, let's adjust the value too, because it's saved at -100 currently. set that up to 100. I have 118,000 soul points. Oh, I think we're okay. I think we are okay. The volume isn't too high, right? It looks like really... Let's listen to the stream real quick. The music just... Even though I would turn it way down, it's... I think we green as hell. Oh my god, why is that so loud? Maybe right here? What you wanna do, boo-boo? Why are you so loud? I think we got it good now. I think it's good now. Yeah, I like that. That's better. My apologies, everybody. That thing was screaming. Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh. Oh. Ah, shit. It's not the problem, Baker. This is not the problem. Shit. You saw that, everybody. You saw that negative 100 appear. All we did was enter in 100, and that bitch said, get cocked. Okay, so we have math wrong, is what that is. There, we got math wrong. Easy fix. Huh? Huh? Why? Isn't it that it's supposed to be divided by 100, isn't it? We wanted 100 for each one of the damn things. If I spent... Isn't that what we're displaying over here? Divided by 100. Okay, so now I'm actually confused. What is... Is it running twice? Hold on. Yeah, that would make sense. It's running twice. Why is it running twice? Okay, so... Why are you working now? Hold on. I had to do that before because you weren't working. How are you working now? What if, so if I do this, you're gonna work? I just processed that. It's double running, but the reason why we had to put that other one in there was because, like, it wasn't running, but now that we had the code completed fully, now it is running. Ugh. Ugh. Hold up, wait a minute. We forgot some zeros. Oh, and during breaks today, Yeah, we'll just probably run one ad. I don't know. Might just do two. We're gonna stop doing the mid-roll ads though from now on. In the sense of like having them run while I'm AFK. I'll just run one when I go AFK and then one like a minute before I come back. It was double running. It was double running. Why in the mother was it? Oh my. So wait. So which part of the code isn't necessary then? Alright, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we get a reset. Let's see what happens in reset. Okay, we fixed it. Good news, we fixed it. Okay, now that that's done. Guys, it's sad to say I already want to take a bit of a break. It was a bit of a mental, it was nothing to that thought. My brain's already shot. That's fucking annoying. Okay, so what are we working on next with this? Oh, we got that done. We have soul counter done. We need to make the other buttons. So it'd be soul tick, I think, comes next. What we'd be looking for. Okay, so yeah, like soul tick and such like that. That's what we're doing next. Alright. Alright, so let's just dupe this. We'll call this soul tick. Since we have this as a fundamental basis here, that's our template. We'll just kind of run off that. We'll call this PXP decrease. Why does my OCD accept that as okay, but these they don't? Holy shit, that's weird. Is it because of the P in the beginning? Is it because I make it a crude beginning and like things are shortened so my brain's like, you know? That's weird. No, look at this. I don't get why. Why don't I feel a need to do the XP, the decrease? That's what confuses me. Oh. Fucking OCD is weird. Wait, tick. Soul tick. What was soul tick? Baker, you telling me you made systems you don't exactly know what they do? Right now, no. Shit those. I question everything right now. Or I'd rather just be safe. Okay, so that's our soul counter, soul tick. Okay, so this is the tick rate at which this occurs. Okay. I get. I think that makes sense to me. I think that makes sense. Is there, did I mentally have it planned? Okay, so we were able to go down 58 ranks. I mean, I guess I could even start it at every 2 seconds, to be fair. Right now, this is based off of, this is not a time source. We still have to get into that whole thing. They actually do have a visual thing for, I believe so, yeah, create time sources and such. So maybe we could. Yeah, as you can see here. Nearest after. Interesting. We'll definitely have to look into all of this. I can kind of just look at it and tell what it's doing here, but... Callback is what's going to happen whenever you achieve what you're looking for. Arguments are going to be different things that you can argue for the reset to occur, I would have to assume, or reset into. I don't know quite on that. Target parent, obviously. Target would be whatever the target variable is, and if there's a parent for the whole thing, it would... Okay, a parent time source. Okay. Okay. So then I could... Okay. Alright, but yeah. So we can just start this wherever we want, really. I think I do like the sound of 2 seconds. Then we could just knock it down to like 1 second. So we have like 119 ranks you can get. We made the other one was 10,000 to cap, right? And if we did 100 per of these with 19 ranks, I have to look at, of course, like total. Like how much is this going to cost to fully max the system and all that? I guess it doesn't really matter right now. We'll get into that math later. Let's have it do what I want it to do. We'll just say 100 for right now because it's a good baseline. And I can keep everything the same, so just set them all to 100. It'll probably end up being a good number too anyways. So we have level counter here, and we call this level tick. Level tick. Level tick. Level tick. Level tick. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break here, everybody. When we come back, I'm gonna continue on with this. Give me a moment here to load the game up. Come on. Take it a moment to load the game up this time. There it is. I have no clue what that's gonna do there. We just equipped everything. Minus 90.93 attack speed. Just broke my game. It has old math in it. We haven't adjusted the attack speed values yet for the new attack speeds and stuff, because I still don't know when I'm going to be happy with things. So, alright. Alright. I'll be right back, everybody. When we come back, we'll continue on getting it. And, yeah. You remember I don't run ads while I'm here, and I only run them when I do go on a break, so I'll be running an ad here momentarily, and then I'll run one more about a minute before I come back. Right, I'll see you all when I come back from the break, and as always, cannot thank you enough for all of your support. Okay, everybody, I am back. I didn't run the last ad before coming back. I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna run the ad on you guys. Didn't even make it 30 minutes before I had to take a break. Here we are. Anyways. Wait, is this a snap on? No, it isn't. Well, thank you. Okay, come on, hands. You can do this. Thank you. Lord. Alright, let's take a look at what this looks like. Actually, we should just make the other ones. You've been back on night shifts? Oh, good, man. I hope life's going well for you. And got back into playing Warframe yet again? Well, I hope you had a good break from Warframe, and I hope you're enjoying getting back into it. I haven't played since February. I quit to start on this game. It was no longer therapy for me. Being, having a Lumen permaban over my head, it just was like... not my thing anymore. And I just wanted to be QA lead when I started the game. Instead I'm a bot, so we do what we can. Not what we want. But don't be discouraged about talking about Warframe. It's completely fine. You know. Yeah, 5 years of it, man, was enough for me. 5 years of it was enough for me. What's sad is, like, by the time that I had gotten to a place where I was comfortable applying for a QA position in Warframe to where, like, they could hand me a problem and I could sit there and talk them through with it and how I would solve it, because I understood their engine well enough. I had already been well accused and blocked by Rebecca, or well accused of cheating in the game and blocked by Rebecca on Twitter. It's the sad part about the whole thing. Because I don't have any college, like, credentials. I'm all self-taught. I have like 2,000 hours in C++ from back when I was a teenager. I had learned emulating and stuff and reversed engineered World of Warcraft into a private server for myself to learn coding. I wouldn't recommend doing that nowadays. There's so many tools out there, but, you know, this was like 17 years ago. There wasn't much out there. Is this XP decrease? This engine, though, has been really nice to work with. It's a very novice-friendly engine. And the main reason why I chose it is because they have the best business practice that I have found that isn't just straight open source. So it's a $100 one-time fee for a PC, mobile, and browser exports and 800 a year for console ports, which isn't bad. Unity is 2200 a year. So, and it's not really user friendly either, I wouldn't say, because I do want to make guides on, like, after I complete the game, I'm actually going to be making guides on how I made all of the individual systems so that I could teach people, you know, if a guy with brain damage can come back after 15 years of not coding, and learn coding and make a decent game, you can too. You can too. You wish you played WoW when you were younger? Yeah, I've played WoW since the original beta. Does player XP decrease? I guess we'll call it that just for now. WoW was a fun game. It was a fun game. I never got to a point where I was comfortable applying to them, but I actually always wanted to. I'm kind of glad I didn't after getting to hear like Thor's experience of working for them and everything, because because Thor is only a couple years older than me. Pirate Software, y'all, I don't know either or, but yeah. He's only a couple years older than me, so I would have been experiencing the same blizzard he did. So, blessings come in different ways. I still got like irreplaceable experience in gaming, just due to the amount of games I played and how hard, like heavy I played them, especially when it came to content creation. It's given me a lot of knowledge of like, what do I want to see in a game, why do I like seeing that in a game, and all of that type of stuff. Because making a game, most of it is thinking about how do you want the player to feel, more than anything else. And like, how do you want the player to feel, and then after that, you go off of that, and that's how you make everything else in the game. Skyrim and a Warframe? Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Yeah, that's how I approach game making. Is at least to me personally, I should say. That's how I approach game making. You can approach, like, there's a million different ways to approach, you know, making a game. But for me, I approach it from the aspect of how do I want the player to feel, and that's kind of what I go off of. And I keep working towards it until I start feeling that feeling. I didn't change the last one. Well, at least they know. I know they work visually, so. Oh, yeah, I see what I did wrong here. But how you been enjoying Warframe since you came back? And how long of a break did you take as well? Oh, it's been... I don't think you came... I think you missed my balloons run. Did you miss my Warframe endurance run while playing balloons? I don't remember if you were here for that. You might have quit before then. I think you stopped coming around shortly before that. You think so? Do you remember me doing a 33-hour-long Steel Path Annie with Mag while playing balloons TD6? And AFKing the run with a hand cam on? and running auto hotkey macros on balloons. Well, Warframe is running. Oh. Oh, it was great, man. It was great. Oh, it was a wonderful time, man. It was... Yeah, man. That's what I did when they... when my 2-month suspension ended, that's what I came back and did. I wanted to show DE, I'm not the problem. Your developers are. It's not my problem. I'm not a cheater, I'm not a bot. I just understand your coding. I have been playing your game for fucking over 10,000 hours. And I don't play games like a normal person does. I see lines of code when I play a video game. I don't see what normal people see. I don't see visual effects and stuff like that. I see the code behind the visual effects and stuff like that. That's what my brain more or less sees in a vague fashion, if you will. And then my brain can like understand how to manipulate that and use it all to my benefit. That's all I do. Fix your game. It's not my problem. I didn't get any... That actually was no suspensions or anything on my account, but I quit shortly after. I was happy to not get any suspensions done on my account and everything. That was cool. But like they didn't go back on what they said. So it was still like you could be banned. You know, and it's like at that rate, I don't feel like fucking dealing with it. I really don't. They can go have fun and make the game they want to make. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna make the game I want to make. And that's it. It's as easy as that. This is gonna be a $5 game at the end of the day. Even though there's a lot of work going into it, I'm only selling it for $5. That's why I run the support streams too. Because they will be running further, like once I release the game and everything. I'm going to be a full-time content creator that does coding. I'm going to code my video games on stream and talk with my community and all that, and release my games at a lower price because you can come over and support me while I'm actually working on the coding. You know? Oh yeah, I think the Hate got a new augment out with Nightwave. I think it was the Hate. I think it was Hate. I think like a lot of the stalker weapons got new augments from what I was hearing on watching other streams. I think it was Gamble I heard that on. I don't remember. Gamble, Suckmud, IF, Moog, One, Nev, I don't know. The list goes on and on. Nova, I don't know. I heard it on somebody's stream. I wish Flo streamed more. It was good to see him streaming Warhammer today. It was good to see. Okay. Let's go ahead and test these, just opening the level thing here. You got Smoking Body Ephemera? Did you want that? If you didn't have it, I mean, you always want it if you don't have it, so... Ooh, why is that, why does escape not want to work? Alright, we got an error, so let's fix this real quick. What are you talking about? Why don't you... Escape for Soul Tick. Do I actually need that? Wait, do I need this code in here? Or am I overwriting code? I think I'm overwriting code here. I don't think I need that escape. What does this do? Oh, no, this is fine. Okay, so what are you talking about? Not set before read. What in the actual tarnation do you mean? Not set before reading. You are right here. Can we talk about this? Yeah, level counter equals true. That's weird. Nope, you have 2 BPs for it? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I meant the ephemera. I meant the ephemera. Oh. Oh, there was a meme. Oh, there was a meme. There was a meme. Okay. Okay. You see, I don't know whether to take that seriously or not, only due to the fact that, what does this do? Only due to the fact that, I know people that have gone years without getting some of the items on Stalker. That's just Warframe drama. I know who you're talking about. I also know of the other drama with him too. All I gotta say behind all of it is, you do what you do. You do what you do, I guess. I don't know. I'm just over here. I'm just over here. Just typing out lines and watching them break and trying to figure out how to fix them. That's all I'm doing. It's crazy though. It's crazy to see what's going on over there. You had hate, but you needed weapon slots, so you sold it like an idiot. Rough. 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 Could have vendored out like any number of dojo items and such like that. But that's rough. Kuva Norcore. Nucore's fun. I love Kuva Nucore. That is such a fun weapon. Okay, yeah, I'm confused here. Why? Oh, for Soul Tick. Oh, God, I'm fucking stupid. Oh, Jesus. Oh. Oh. Oh, thank God. Oh my God. Oh. I love when it's something simple like that. Oh, it's so relieving, but I feel so stupid at the same time. Forgot to change the value in the other thing. So. Okay, so that works in concept. We just need to change things around now. Good. That's all I needed to do. Was this here was still, like, I changed the value here that used to be level counter, a level underscore counter, to level underscore tick for this unique individual object. But I didn't change in here that if this was true, because you see level counter here. So it was trying to read a variable that didn't even exist within the object. Yeah. And we just kind of need to go through and just change all the code. Just essentially we'll start from the top and then we'll go down one slot each and just double check everything is okay. And we'll do that for every object, and then we can give it a quick little testy poo, and we'll go from there. The math on those are just placeholders, because I still need to sit down and do the math myself on what I want to do. If you're wondering, Curtis, on what we're working on currently, you kind of just came in the middle of me working on a system. I have a few different ways for the player to be able to kind of speed up or automate their farming, and what we're working on right now is a way for the player to be able to change these values to enact fast scaling for either the enemy or the player. That's why we have the two different decreases. And essentially, you see how fast the scaling is right here. But if we change this over to the default that I have currently, it'll look more like this. Actually, I can change it to a more of an impossible number that won't ever even get hit. We'll change it to 200 instead. And what it does is every second it detects how many kills you have done. And if you meet the criteria of the kills that you're going to be able to scale downwards from, you will enact the fast scaling mode. So that when you're in the stages of power creep and you're not to where the actual end game, like your end game is for your current level, you're going to level significantly faster, and you'll be able to modify the rate at which that leveling occurs and stuff like that. But yeah, this is what the actual system looks like without the fast scaling right now. As you can see, it's fast, but it's nowhere near as fast. And it does have exponential, I call it exponential light scaling. It's not true exponential scaling, but it is fairly close to the equation. It's an equation that I generally like using for exponential values because it's easier for a player to understand than true exponential math. But as you can see, it drastically slows down on that. You saw we were in the 90s or something like that before within a couple seconds. But you can see how drastically slower everything is coming now. Or is going now. Still relatively fast scaling for the enemy scaling, but the player scaling slows down to absolutely nothing. But regardless, your scaling will slow down the longer you go and everything. I just have the enemy scaling set slower than the player scaling. Yeah. Well, it's a very basic equation. Very basic, and it's not really a high scaling equation because this is a game more based off of high levels than it is based off of meaningful levels, if you will. So you'll be used to having an abundance of levels, but they won't be as meaningful as they are in other games. So like the player scaling normally, it raises by 25%. So essentially what this does altogether to give you the new equation of your XP to level, I do player scale, which is a innate equation that I have over in, where are you? You're over here. I moved this in locations because I made a bunch of new objects. Player scale here is baseline is 90. So essentially that number there, come back over here just so you can have the visual eye for it. It'll take that number there and then it'll multiply it times 0.25. And then afterwards you'll have player scale here, which takes this number here, adds this number into player scale, and then shoots out a new player scale and then multiplies that times the player's number, and then that's what your XP becomes. And enemy works exactly the same, but it has a significantly lower amount. It's only 5% instead of 25%. And then the fast scaling system itself, what it does is it takes your XP up to level, and then it divides that number by your XP decrease, which will be a number that you can adjust yourself as a player by investing points into. And then you'll have things like you can adjust the tick rate of that happening. You can adjust how many souls how many actual souls free it takes to have the trigger happen and all that. But yeah, that's the system I'm currently working on right now. Because as you do get higher in levels, it gets exponentially slower. Like, to hit crit cap in here is level 10,000. So when you're seeing, you know, level 100, 200 and stuff like that, you can have an idea that it's not really that high of levels for the game. Yeah, I'm trying to slowly add things to... This is only the very first mission. It's the most simplistic of missions. It'll be a farming mission for you to... One of the many farming missions, because endless missions are actually going to be where you predominantly can get your experience from. And then you'll have more in and out missions that are going to be based off of different things. Like, I'm going to be making missions that are influenced by like Mythic Plus in World of Warcraft, and then I'll also have boss fights that are influenced by things like Final Fantasy and stuff like that, like Final Fantasy Online. It's just I want my farming missions. I typically don't like the fact that farming missions don't really feel too engaging or rewarding. If they do feel engaging, they feel overly engaging for the reward you get. So I'm trying to make something that just feels more rewarding for the player's time. And if the player so wants to just kind of AFK it, and they don't have, you know, they just want to leave the game running, they can go ahead and do that, because I've already made a system in the game where they're able to scale themselves on endless missions. Over here, you have this auto reset, and then this transfer amount. What it does is it reduces the amount of levels in a percentage that you carry over after you die into the new one. So if you don't have any points in this, whatever you end with here carries over. So you do get diminishing returns run per run. So unless you invest into that, you really can meet a lot of heavy diminishing returns, because you're obviously going to hit the same endpoint every time. So your levels per run aren't going to be as much, unless... And the only way that can change is if you invest in a massive amount of points into the other scaling system that we have over here. If you invest into this, you can actually counteract that and make it more or less the same. Or if you invest into both of them, you can get a significant amount of more levels per day and stuff like that. Also, you're able to have this go over 100%, so it can take out all your levels and store it for you, and then have you start out at 0 every time. Or you can have it to where you can go over that and go have, like, say, up to, like, you know, it's not even up to, it's endless how I have it. Go up to, you know, say 200% extra levels you get. So in one mission, if you get level 100, you'll actually get 300 levels from it on reset. And it's a very, even though there's a lot going on, it's a very lightweight game. I'd have to go into my RAM usage to know exactly how much it uses, but what I can tell you is it's never in the top 10 of my RAM usages. So that's nice. And CPU usage on a Intel 10400 that's not overclocked, I'm using 2% of my CPU right now. GPU as a 2060, that's a little bit more because it's slightly more GPU heavy on my coding currently, but that I think is at like 30%. 30% for that in unique, but in total right now, because I'm using everything else over here, more closer to around 60%. So, but I have 2 different internet browsers going, about 5 different windows, the engine running on top of it, and I have the game running. So I think it's understandable on a 2060 to be using about 60 to 70% of your GPU usage. That's in total, so. So it's good overall. I can run this game at a solid 60 FPS on a what is it called? A Ryzen 3 2200G with a 1050, NVIDIA 1050 for the GPU. So that's my test computer, and I also use testing for internet browser. This is almost stable enough to run on browser. Almost. I just have to adjust the spawn numbers slightly, but the player is going to be able to adjust their own spawn numbers, so it doesn't matter. You can adjust the spawn numbers to wherever the hell you want to be. Currently, I have it set at 400, but I'm going to have it in the game to where the player themselves can set it, so if they have a better computer than I have, isn't going to be too hard to do. They can increase the mob count themselves to have more mobs, or if they have a lesser computer, or if they want to run a different game while they're farming at the same time, they can reduce their mob count so that their game runs more stable, that they're actually playing. I'm making the game very customizable for the player. Very, very customizable. It's just going to be a fun game of farming and getting to do high level in and out missions that are mechanic intensive. It's pretty much where I'm going with the game at this point. Yeah, just a nice enjoyable game. Online is a pending thing. I need to see how well I can encrypt information. I don't exactly want a situation like with most peer-to-peer games where you can have your IP just out in the open. I know it really doesn't matter for most people, but I don't want people to have to like worry about possibly getting harassed like that or feeling like they may need a VPN or something. I want to give some level of encoding for it, and I want to see if I can go past the JSON encoding, but this does have JSON encoding on it, but like, I don't know, JSON encoding has got to be like one of the, it's a basic form of encryption and it works, but it's also the easiest form of encryption to break. So I want to see if I can do more with encryption based off of network feed and all that before I implement anything when it comes to online. And yes, that does come from personal experience. Yes, that is a pure reason as why. I fucking hated getting DDoSed. I don't know who DDoSed me, but I was fucking getting DDoSed. I was able to see packets and everything in my logs. And it took a lot to hold back looking at the IP address and just thinking about what I could do with it. It took a lot to hold back. It took a lot to hold back. Just tell myself, you don't do that anymore. You don't do that anymore, Baker. You don't do that. Fucking wander my way into your damn PC. Oh. VPNs are just an obfuscating tool. You could still be found. Oh, God. I really don't want to ever have to be like that ever again. I just want to sit here and make my game and be happy. I have experience in that because of playing during the days of World of Warcraft when people would DDoS each other commonly. We used to DDoS each other out of fun. So it got bad. It got bad. It got really bad back in the day. We were having fun just screwing with each other. Absolutely just massacring each other's computers. Oh, God. Not healthy. Not healthy to trust people that much. I guess when everybody can do the same thing, I mean, kind of even playing ground. Yeah, that would be the least of what we would do for fun, but we would do it commonly. Like we would fight each other against each other in rated battlegrounds or arena. And if we really didn't feel like dealing with the other, or the other was pissing us off in some fashion, we would DDoS them offline. So like if you kited me too hard, I could just DDoS you offline if I played with you before, because we used what was that? We used Skype back then, and back then, I don't know if Skype has fixed it, but back then you used to be able to grab IPs really easy through Skype. Really, really easy. It was so easy to grab IPs through Skype. Yeah. This is what we would do. That was when VPNs were really kind of just first starting to really be used. They were so bad. VPNs were so bad back then. They were so bad. You had better luck just making your own VPN. It was such better luck just making your own. Alright. I think we changed everything around here. Yeah, I don't... The main thing is I just don't endorse that type of, I guess we could call it black hat hacking, if you will. I don't really endorse it. Like, I don't endorse emulating current games and stuff like that. If a game's, like, out of circulation, I'm less in the line of to say, like, I think it's wrong to do it. Like, I think if you own a copy of it, you should be allowed to have it, like, figure out how to make it run on your PC. And not, like, a 30-fucking-year-old piece of technology or something like that, you know what I mean? I do believe that. I do believe that. Should be allowed to do that type of stuff. It's either that or you need to provide people that have bought the original copy a way to play it on their own computers. I mean, if you want to do that, go ahead. I don't think it's worth the space. I don't think it's worth the money. I honestly, I don't believe it's worth the money. I believe it's better just to let people learn how to reverse engineer and stuff like that. And just let them do it that way. I think it's much easier. What are we gonna call this one? Level E decrease? Oh, this is P. Level P decrease. Whoopsie. I don't know. I'm one of those people that kind of sit on Thor's side when it comes to the whole argument that currently is going on with the preserving of games. I know that puts me into a very hot take, but I more believe, like, we should just be allowed to reverse engineer the things without, like, fear of it, and not, as long as we're not doing it for commercial reasons. That's my simple input on it. Like, it's a very simple input. I don't believe that a company should have to put forth a shit ton of money to try and figure out that end of things. But do I believe that they should be willing to surrender? Like, the fucking grip of control that they try to hold? Oh yeah, I fucking believe that. I think that's fucking ridiculous. Because I do believe there is definitely a middle ground on it, and I just hope that that initiative brings about good talk. Because that's my input on it, like, I definitely agree with the prospect of it, but as for how they want to go about it, oh my god, that's expensive. That shit is expensive, what they're trying to suggest. I don't think people have an idea, like, how expensive that can be for some games. Really don't think they understand. Games are complex. The most simplistic of the games still have even a lot of coding. You had some of these AAA titles and everything that are actually good titles and everything. Like, say, even Warframe. You imagine telling Warframe they would have to figure out a way for it to work appropriately? What? Wouldn't it just be easier to tell people once the game dies if you could figure it out? Have fun? You don't have to worry about legal repercussion as long as you're not making, like, financial, like, profits from it? Or any financial gain from it? Like, fucking hell, that game is... There's no way in hell I would ever ask Warframe to do that. It's fun watching teachers pull PowerPoints out without internet? Yeah. 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 Bro, I remember floppy disks. I remember DDoSing my school's internet just because my friend said he couldn't do it. Risky, bro. I wouldn't endorse that, but it's good shit. It's like, can you do it? Oh yeah, you could do it. I don't. Should you do it? I don't know so much about that. Oh. Did you work with your school to try to figure out maybe how to prevent it? It was really risky, but I still did it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, I think hacking is fine, to be completely honest, but it's not, like I said, like, black hat hatting, or hacking really just isn't my thing. But if you do ethical hacking, I guess is what you could call it, like, I'm completely good. I think there's no place in the world for you to say that it's not a good thing, in my honest opinion. It's, we need people out there like that. For sure your computer... Well, I mean, they probably, like, you do it once, they're not going to, like, they're likely not going to suspend you if you're a decent student and all that. Decent enough, like, you get good grades and everything, but, like if you were to sit there and consistently DDoS the school, I'm sure they would eventually end up, like, sitting you down and, like, being like, okay, listen, we know it's you. You need to stop. But, like, a one-time thing, it's like, okay, whatever, you know. You can't blame a student if it happens once. Let's put it that way. That's what I'm getting at. You know, like, even though it can look like it was clearly them and everything, if it only happens one time, it's typically, and you don't have eyes on it happening, it's going to be typically hard for you to immediately put blame on it. And if you're a good school, you're going to just let it slide and just keep a close eye. I do say good school, because, of course, bad schools can happen. Alright, let's set these values differently here and check. Could manage to do it. I mean, it's impressive. Why would you want to get rid of a student like that? That's an immense amount of potential. Alright, we're going to be getting ready here after I test this to go take a break, though. My head is kind of fried right now. Alright, let's test this out though. Oh, son of a bitch. I really just throw another if in there. Just for shits and giggles, I guess we do. I mean, if it doesn't fuck with the performance, I honestly don't give a shit. Too many ifs, though, it can really just kind of fuck with everything. But I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it because this engine is fucking weird sometimes. This is the most bizarre engine I've used sometimes, I will say. It has very unique little things. Like, I think it was yesterday, I had to put an alarm somewhere to make sure that it would delete something at the correct time, because even though I programmed two different things to run off the same key binding and set a variable in there to detect whether that object was there or not, it would still run both of the code at the same time, even though I told it not to run it if it was there, because what it was doing was actually running it on the step after. So what I had to do was create an alarm to run 2 steps after that to delete it so that it wouldn't run that. It's like the type of little stupid shit I have to do sometimes with this engine. Sounds good, Curtis. You take care, man. Thank you for stopping by. And, I really hope you get some good sleep before you have to go back into work, man. Overnight shifts that are long like that are really rough on the body. If you're not built for overnight, like your body doesn't naturally like it, that's really rough on you, man. So, I hope you get good sleep. It takes a unique person to be built for night shift. Normal people are not built for night shift. Normal people are not built for night shift. Sounds good, man. You take care, homie. Okay, so I feel like we're gonna have to enter in a bunch of different things here with this if level tick. Do I have, like, that over here? Oh, that's right, the scale input's gonna have to have all that code in it. Okay, we're working our way there. We're gonna fix this GUI thing, and then we're gonna take our break. As long as we get that fixed right now, that'll be my good base to stop at. We got a good amount of coding done. But it hit me like a Mack truck here. Luckily there wasn't much, like, really intense thinking here. Or there wasn't any really thinking to be done at all, which was nice. I didn't have to think, which made it so that I could get a little bit more work done than I before last break. So, yay. Okay, take that, enter that in as true. I think that should work now. No, it shouldn't do that. I feel like we'll probably be able to clean that up more, to be honest with you, but for right now... this will be a good place to start. Okay. Why did that happen when I hit escape? Interesting. I'll have to fix that. Alright. It's fine. It's fine, Baker. You'll fix it. You'll fix it, don't worry. You'll fix it. Baker, is your brain frying? Let's just not talk about where I'm at right now, okay? Can we please just not talk about where I'm at? Alright, we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves ready for a break here. When we come back, we're going to continue on getting this system done. I'm really, really determined to try to get this whole thing done tonight. Really determined. Took a good little break. I skipped an entire segment of coding today. So, just gotta push myself to get it done. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and run the ad here, and be sure if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, give the stream a thumbs up, check out the description down below for various links of interest. Girlfriend's YouTube channel, link to the music, which relax movement, and also my X account, where I do post when I go live. But we'll see you all when I come back from the break, and as always, cannot thank you enough for those of you that do stay around and have stayed. Oh, what's up, sci-fi? I'll wait a moment here. What's good, man? I'm about to go on break, but I'm gonna say hi to you first. How you doing, homie? I saw your post. Your throat's feeling better? We're doing good so far, actually. We are getting further along on the system for the fast scaling. We're getting further along on it. We're getting much further along on it. So, we're in the, we'll call it final stages type deal. Like, one of those things where it's probably like another 2 to 4 hours of coding. Oh fuck, I gave it the worst time. Yeah. It's an awkward day for me right now. I had seizures last night, so my coding lengths are a little bit shorter than usual. I was just very grateful here that I didn't have it was just copy pasta land here. But I just got done. All 291 of them. Congratulations, man. Oh, huge congratulations. I'm glad your throat held out for it all. I'm so happy to hear that, man. I'm so happy to hear that. I can't wait to see the release. I really can't. That's gonna be fucking awesome, man. I love hearing that much investment. I love it. It's all good, man. It's life. Nothing you can do with night terrors. Nothing you can do. I can keep my seizures under control while I'm awake, typically. So, like, that's the good news there. It's just night terrors get me sometimes. You know how it goes growing up in the Florida ghettos, man. You get to see some shit. Especially in the 90s and fucking early 2000s. But, that's amazing to hear though, man. So how long do you think before you're gonna get the video out then? Sounds good, homie. Yeah, like 35 minutes I'll be back, maybe a little earlier. So, something that can be predictable at least. I try to keep my breaks fairly predictable in that way. Or at least consistent in time. Unfortunate amount of time, but they're consistent in time. I can hate my body. Oh, wait one sec. Yeah, straight, homie. I'm sitting here getting things ready while we're talking, so we're straight. An hour, 20 minutes. Did you shave off sometime? Oh no, that's right, it was 45 minutes before you added fucking... My man just added the entire duration of his video before. Jesus Christ, bro, that's a lot of talking. 3 days? 3 days for that much editing. That's impressive, man. You putting the hustle in it, homie. That's impressive. That's really impressive. About a week? That's about what I would expect, though. Yeah, like a weekish? Yeah, it's not bad. That's what I would expect if you're putting good hustle in. That's amazing, homie. Well, feel free to hit me up with an unlisted one if you want an opinion. You already know. I'll watch it while I'm eating dinner one night. How long that is. Big F you to the haters. So yeah, I mean the poor frame gets so much hate unnecessarily. I even used to say that back in the day when I was like a very heavy Limbo player. I thought he got way too much hate. I actually loved Limbo back in the day. We're literally gonna be a whole ass movie, yeah, man. Not a doubt. Once you put all the cuts in there and everything else, because that's gonna extend the time out even further. Get all that done and everything, I can easily see an hour 40. That's gonna be cool though, man. It'll put a high bar on Limbo videos going forward, I'll tell you that much, man. It'll be impressive. Sounds good, homie. You take care, man. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, give me one moment here, everybody. I will get the timer going. It does not weigh up. Alright. Got all my meds out. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take a break here. I'm gonna run up an ad, and when I come back, we are going to get this going. Get some more of this done. We're getting really close to being done with this system, so I'm really happy about that. But I cannot thank you enough for those of you that do stay around and have stayed around. Okay, everybody, I am back. I do want to thank y'all that did stay around for the break. I know we're not following the next break thing, but it gives me an indicator on what's going on. And yes, I know I didn't run another ad. That's just made y'all wait longer. I wasn't gonna do that instead. My disabilities inhibit the stream quality. I tried to give you all more as compensation. Okay, so we had this as a baseline, and from here we were figuring out the map. We were figuring out math from here. If you're wondering what I have up right now, I have notepads up, but I don't feel like blinding y'all. Baker, why don't you get something different? I don't know, I mean, I personally have the night filter on my computer, so like, it doesn't really bother me. Okay, but I know everybody doesn't have a night filter on, so I only bring up a notepad if I feel it's absolutely needed. I guess what I could do is this, actually. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Oh. Okay. So we have our values here. I'm just going to go ahead and copy these and paste them in here like that. So we have our values here. And we'll figure out making these default here. Okay, so we know our default here is going to be 1. There's our default, so there's 1 there. This one we wanted... What do I want the default tick rate to be? Like we have... I'm going to come back to this one. This one's going to take a lot of thinking. I guess this one can be in relation to that one. Well, no, this one has kind of like a hard cap on it. And like where it just becomes unreasonable at that point anyways. So we're going to start that at 150. Because I believe 150 is a reasonable amount. Let's go back and load up real quick and check that out. Why? Why? Listen, just don't worry about it. We'll you know what? Fine then. You want to do it like this? We'll do it like this then. Here, hold on. You want to be a pain in my ass. Really? Oh my god, that's supposed to be the script run. Do you want me to tab it over? So even if I... Oh my god, so that's not gonna make a difference. I have to make them vars? Jesus Christ, that's annoying. Ah. Alright, so then the easier way to do this then is going to be, let's go ahead and open up this. We'll just create that. And we're going to come over here. And then we'll just copy this. I guess we could just stare at this, but I want to be able to mess around with the numbers and not worry about it affecting anything. Unreal. Anyways. We had this, we were just leaving that there. This one we were thinking about 150. And we had those set up. Okay, let's go take a look real quick. It'll run now. That's typically why I just use Notepad, but I wanted you all to be able to see what I was like working on and everything. I can always just copy these variables back over there now, to be honest. This will actually work out well for baseline. I didn't actually think about that. If I copy the variables over there and then I work on them, I can just copy them back over and I'm good. Let's change the rate at which fast. Hold up here, I need to. Say 150. Let's see if we get any scaling on 150. We'll actually just hard edit the number and see what happens. I think 150 might be too much. 100 might actually be our reasonable spot. Because we want to give the player a little bit of leeway. We don't want to have to be like exactly on point with it to like what we can potentially get at 100,000. 120. Yeah, 100 seems reasonable. I saw 130. That feels... 100 is definitely reasonable. There's a lot of playroom there, so we will keep it at 100. We'll keep it at 100. Now the tick rate is the thing we can have a lot of fun with. We can have a lot of fun with tick rate. I almost want to start the tick rate very high. Like 10 seconds on a tick rate. So it'd be like 600. And the player can work that down from there. Kind of like that. And we can allow the player to work it all the way down to 0.03 seconds. I think it's insanely fast scaling. Because I do want this to be a heavy investment system. So, and the most important thing here, like you can have this at 0 if you want, but if this is only ticking once every 10 seconds, it don't matter that it's at 0. It's still not that, I mean it's decent, but it's not great. Yeah, and then your division matters as well, so everything kind of ties in together to matter. So I like it. I like it. Okay, we can go ahead and just, those are simple. 106. $600 and 100. There we go. That's all we need to do is one value. Now we have to figure out cost. Cost is the next thing. Okay, now we can look at cost. Now we look at cost. Okay. So we have, this can go down to 0. And we have 100 ranks. So 100 definitely sounds good there. We can just do a flat 100 on that, because that's like 10,000, right? 100 times 100, yeah, 10,000. I remember that math last night, but I just wanted to double check myself. So we got that there, and we can just make it another one. I like when it does that. $10,000. And this is mainly just for easier math reference and things. You don't really need the total, but it's nice to know the total. Figuring out everything else. And I'm not accounting for what it costs to max out the reset. What's it called? Transfer. That's its own separate system. Its own separate grind. You can use them both together to benefit yourself, but they don't have relation in their cost. In the sense of, I don't worry about how much that costs to worrying about how much this cost. These aren't necessary systems, they're systems for people who really enjoy the game. So here, essentially we have 598 ranks. If I potentially wanted to do 1 second, actually more than that, we have a shit ton. Because this is going to get transferred over to a time source. How do we want the time source to work? How many ranks do we have on a time source of this? If we start at 10 seconds, what do we do? What do we do? You could do 0.3 seconds per one, and then that brings you down to your 0.3 seconds. I mean, at 0.03 seconds. That's the thing right there. Is it 0.3 or 3? I forgot what the fuck attack speed cap was. Oh, why don't I just, like, I don't know why I'm running the game. I can literally just run a calculator and do 60 divided by fucking... I'm so stupid. Wait, what was the math for that? I don't know why that just didn't instantly come to me. I hate that. Plus that. XP. Divided by 60. I thought so. Okay. Okay, so it's 2 divided by 60. Yeah, 0.033. And then repeating. Okay. So we have a 0.03 cap. So we have a soul tick cap of 0.03. So, how many ranks does that provide us? I guess we can put that in here too. Well, I guess that kind of like, that gives you the idea there. Let's just make it more transparent for me. 10 ranks. Let's cost ranks. We'll call it 10. There we go. And then actually this is gonna make more sense putting this into here. And take that out. I guess just for prosperity's sakes, or transparency's sakes. There we go. Okay. Would a percentage just make the most sense? Then we do 100 ranks and 1% until achieved 0.03. No. Well, theoretically, yeah. The last rank would give us 0.03 instead of 0. So 100 ranks? Kind of like that. That seems reasonable. And we'll, because this one does require a different one. Scale rate, and then we'll put here 1%. You can, honestly, I'm going to just make sure it's okay with it. How do we make it okay with it? How do we make it? I want to be able to run this and just be okay with the fact that I'm putting 1% in there. If I do this, I think it's gonna throw me an error. Be like, you cannot find what 1% is. Yeah. We just take that out, right? And we put a 0 here. As you can tell, already. Is that a way to significant, like... I think that's a way for my brain to tell me 1%. I think that's a way for my brain to tell me 1% and the... Exactly, yeah, it equals 1. I just wanted to double check like that was correct there. Okay, and then the system will be okay with this, right? You will, yeah, you just run it because it's fine. That's just an equation. Okay, cool. So now I know it's 1%. Yeah, I could have just used a notepad, but this is where we're at. Alright. I want to show y'all without. Oops! I just kicked my wall. Unfortunately, I feel bad for my neighbors. Yeah, I want to be able to show y'all without blinding y'all with a flashbang of Notepad. So, and also not have to re-edit code every time or something like that because I want to test. So I'm gonna do the best I can there. Okay, so we got that figured out in that regard. So with 100 ranks, if we just say did 100, right? That's still okay. So it'd be 20,000 on a total cost. If we did 100, well, that kind of seems reasonable. Then you got to start going into the other end of things too with this and getting this number up. Kind of seems reasonable. Even if we just did 10, 10, 10, like say get them all, like get 100 for the XP and for player and enemy, and then make it another 10 to be like about 10, 20, 30, 40 to have like a sustainable amount to make speed leveling obtainable for you. 40,000. And then 30,000 reasonably to make endurance running, like you just wanting to get the high level content possible. With crit cap being 10,000. Dodge cap being 9,000. In relation to that concept, that would be 19,000. And then you would have a 2 times multiplier for your damage. It would take another 1,000 levels to see it 3 times. So theoretically 18,000 or 20,000. And then it would be 30,000 and 40. And then that helps to negate a bit on the level scaling. Slowdown point currently is at level 200. like heavy slowdown. Seeing the like 200 for a run. It allows them 2 points per run for investing then. And then gradually increasing that amount. Should take. I think it actually sounds good. I think 40k sounds good. For a reasonable, like, you really don't need to go past that. Just not necessary. You can, just not necessary. We can give it a test. I'll go with that. This will just be one. Endless cap on that. I actually think they have an infinite, don't they? They have an infinite? Infinity, yeah. Legit. Actually, that works. Scale rate, dumbass. I'm going to get myself ready for a break. My brain just kind of shut off. We have what we're doing, so when we come back, I'm going to finish this out here, and then I'm going to start to implement all of that over into all of these things here and such like that, or into this and everything. We're getting there, though. We're getting there. Alright, but be sure to give the stream a thumbs up if you haven't already. I'm going to go ahead and run an ad here real quick. And subscribe if you haven't. Check out the description down below for details on, or for other links to the other channels, such as the music. My girlfriend's link, which is my artist as well. She'll eventually have content on there related to that, but yeah. I am not trust her to do content creation like I am. Nowhere near. We're gonna go ahead though and get our break going here. Let me actually reset some of these values. I just want to set this down to 0, screw it. Yeah, we got that at 100, that's good. Alright, I'll see y'all when I come back from the break, and as always, yeah, I don't know. My brain's set off, like I said. We'll see y'all when I come back. Oh, it's good times. Okay, everybody, I am back. I do want to thank you all that did stay around for the break. Let's go ahead and exit. Okay, so we're just going to do 100 in each one of these. We don't really need to do the rest of this. We already have our idea of what we're doing. So let's go ahead and implement. This is going to make this code really easy. It's going to make this code easier. We just keep this the same. I think we just keep it the same. It's just the enter we gotta do. Right here. This thing. Essentially this code here. And then we change the values around appropriately. Okay, one moment. Okay. Let's see here. So then we say... Unless we just throw in else's just to clean things up, I guess. Let's say level tick. Soul tick. This thing is this here. That is okay. Soul tick. And destroy. That's all we gotta do. That is all we gotta do. This is why I take a while on my systems, is I try to make their mass implementation as simple as possible. So, sometimes my systems take longer than they should, but it's due to... Let me get rid of that object there. I do not need all those variables there. We do not need that situation there. Oh, man. That just became really confusing for me. Why are you still there? Why are you still there? I'm so ready to fight you. Oh boy. Oh boy. What was this? Actually, these are the wrong variable. It's level tech, that is correct. But this one. What was this one? Did we make it? Did we not make this one yet? We're just gonna throw this back in here. I don't know if we... Oh, it is level. Okay. Okay. Like I said, all those variables just kind of screwed me up. They screwed me up there. Okay. Okay. I feel like that's just going to be the easiest way to do it. This isn't going to affect how many mobs are on screen, so making an array for this isn't actually necessary at all. Because this would be an array, and then I would have it feed in the center. So it would have less things to have to read through. It'd just be like center, and run, this way. But it's completely unnecessary here. Because I don't know if in here, if I can create an array from different values from different objects. I don't think that's possible. Unless they were globals. I actually don't think that is possible. So I guess like a switch would probably be the only other way to do this. Which I don't find necessary. Plus I don't have a realistic default. Okay, so let's set these values to things just so I can mess around with them. Right. Okay. Did I edit these things? Oh, this is the next thing I need to edit with this. Hold on. I need to edit how this approaches each one of these. Because some of them have to be as and minus and like all that. Okay, so level counter obviously would be a subtraction. Level tick. That'll be a subtraction. And this was a percentage that we wanted to do. Well, it was a percentage remove, but outside of that it was, yeah, divided by 100. This was 100 points per one we wanted. I think this one we have to wait until we set up the time source to completely understand. For right now, what we can do, I guess, because we're gonna need this. This is just for testing purposes, and we can kind of set that differently. I guess this is something we're going to have to adjust in the step values too, is if the ones that are designated with caps, if they go above the cap. That's something else we're gonna have to do. My brain just shut off. You were wondering what just happened there. That was my brain shutting off. Okay, we may have to just... This is, I think, where we're calling it for the night. Because I'm not going to go take another break after 10 minutes. 12 minutes, if you will. We'll just get ready for a support stream. And did the best I could today. And did the best I could today. And come back tomorrow and we'll see what we can get done. That's all it is. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll see what we can get done. Alright, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and end off here, like I said, and we'll come back tomorrow and we'll work some more on this system. We're getting close to having it done, at least. We're getting close. So, I can't be unhappy about that whole thing. Alright. I don't know where the game is in a runnable state right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and just launch one of my older versions up here. Okay. Alright, everybody. We will... Let's see what else is there to do here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Me do... Let me get up the stream as well. Like I said, my brain is kind of shut down. Well, I'm getting there, though. We're getting there. Okay. That is up in that regard. Now I need to get all these tabs moved over so I don't accidentally tab it over there. Bring that over here. Bring this over here. Okay, everything else is over here. Everything else is over here. Awesome. Okay. And let me come over here. Close down that one. Yes, leave page. Okay. Oh shit, I was playing at the same time. My bad. That might have been a little confusing. I thought I had paused it. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and end off here, like I said, and send you all over to a support stream. I do want to thank you all for showing all the love that you do continue to show. And if I can find my mouse cursor, we'll be good. Okay, there we go. And we will see you all tomorrow for another stream. Remember, you can lurk about in the support stream and I will automatically send you all over whenever I do start my next one. But I do hope you all take care, stay safe, stay humble, be open,